It's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Denver Broncos and the Las Vegas Raiders. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. A man who missed all of 2021, this is J.K. Dobbins. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To throw, Huntley. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They run here with a second-year man from UNC, Javonte Williams. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
On play action, now Carr. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one covers 29 yards, first down. A first carry now for Chase Edmonds. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second down and another run with Edmonds. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Gonna get that complete to Albert O. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. Fourth down.
A fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Going to go on fourth down. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are on the board first here in Vegas. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Raiders nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Huntley to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Room here to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Again, it's Williams. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Now they send a man in motion right. On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Javonte Williams, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Broncos are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd.
It's a gain of 18.
Here's Huntley. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Go.
Off play action. Huntley. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll run with Dobbins. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Raiders have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Play action. Now it's called. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. They get to him for a loss of 4. And it brings up 3rd down on the sand. Here's Carr to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Harmon. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
That's good for Las Vegas.
They go play action here on 1st down. Short pass tip, but caught anyway. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up. Operating from the gun. Huntley eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Mark Andrews from 17 yards out. And the Raiders are an extra point away from evening this one up. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it 1st and 10. And all the way home for a Broncos score. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A little bit of flip the script. Quarter one, they struggled. Quarter two here, they put things together. And I guess sometimes, Charles, you just come out and you have to get your feet underneath you in a ball game, right?
That's exactly right, because every now and then you don't come out of the gate as fast or as strong as you want to. Sometimes you have to ramp up into it or take a few hits along the way and figure it out. And that's what they've done so far. Slow start, but now they're starting to put it together.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. The Raiders at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for first and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On first and 10, it's Dobbins. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Operating from the gun, Huntley. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Mark Andrews with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. An extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 40 seconds to go, that's, you'd think, time enough to try to mount a drive should they decide to do so. Carr now on first down. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Now a play fake. Carr. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Throwing his Carr on third down. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Gonzalez's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to our EA studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here for their first drive in the third quarter. Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away. Now Carr. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's Ty Long now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. The man in motion left here, Johnson. Throwing on 1st down. Huntley. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. To throw, it's Carr. He wants it all for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
21. Zane Gonzalez
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off, because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Huntley. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down. Huntley, flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Hamler now on the return. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And this one is incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
And they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And on is the punter Long here as he sends this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's a book.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 98 yards. And the Raiders are back within a score. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Throwing on 2nd down. Carr. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. That throw, Charles, on the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So
a good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Carr now on 1st down. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
He's brought down number 31. A gain of 14 yards. 1st down, Denver.
On 1st down, Carr.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Throw on 3rd and 1. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and
10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy. That'll bring up 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Carr. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left hash, this from 34. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 151 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock, and a tight 1-point game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go again with Dobbins. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. That one looks like he'll throw here. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Huntley to throw. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. 47 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. A handoff running left is Dobbins. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
To throw, Huntley.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The kick by Carlson is good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points up.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.
Anthony Overett picks it.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee.
And with that kneel down at the end of the game, partner, they now get to 3-1. This is a good football team we saw in this game.
It is indeed getting to 2 games above 500, and I know early on, while they said they wanted to win every game, they thought they would be solid with a 3-1 start, and here they are.
Yeah, you break your schedule up almost into quarters, every 4 games, and assess 3-1. Any team would take that.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards.